Good morning, this is Martha at Crochet a la carte. Hi friends. Today we are going to learn 3 stitches. This is going to be a lesson for beginners. So the first thing we want to talk about is our crochet hooks. These are for yarn and they come in different sizes. They are aluminum and they are by letter and also by millimeters. So why don't we start our lesson? Let's do it to it and put our hooks into it. So like I said, we were going to learn 3 stitches. I'm going to teach you today the 3 first basic stitches. The first one is called a slip stitch, okay? And then the second one is a chain stitch and a single crochet. When you are reading a pattern, you will see them this way. This is the abbreviation for each one of them. When you see it in a diagram form, you will see them like this. You will see the dark circle, a circle, either an X or a T. Okay, so this is what it looks like in diagram form, okay? So a chain is a little circle, as you can see there's circles right there. An X is your single crochet and the dots are your slip stitches. So these are some examples of what you can make with a single crochet. This is a hand warmer that is done with single crochet and chains and slip stitches. The same thing with these baby booties. They are done on your single crochet, slip stitch, and chains. And this party favor for a baby shower is a sucker. And this is what you can also do with a slip stitch, a chain, and a single crochet, which is what we're going to learn to do today. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our yarn and I'm going to show you how to load your yarn, okay? You are going to put it through your pinky and over your middle finger, and you're going to hold it between your middle finger and your thumb. And what you do is you create a little loop and you hold it there. You take your needle, make sure the hook always faces you, and you put your finger, your middle finger, in the rest, and then your thumb right there. So what you're going to do is you stick your needle through the loop, you go under the yarn and you pull through, and then you do it under and pull through. And what you want to do is you want to pull that tight. That is your slip stitch, okay, your first slip stitch, and you hold on to that knot and you start counting your chain. So again, this is how you make a chain. You go under and through, under and through. This, the correct terminology is called to yarn over. So it's under and through, under and through. For this project, which is what we're going to do today, the other mitten, is we're going to use the method of chains and single crochets, and we need 20 chains, okay, and 20. That is the length of our mitten, okay, our hand warmer. And what we do at this point, so we can turn our work over, we do one more chain, okay, and in that first chain you stick your hook through the center and you pull up, okay? So now you have 2 loops on your chain. You yarn over and pull through, and that is your first single crochet. So you've created your first single crochet. So let's do this one more time. You stick it through the middle, pull it under the yarn and pull through the hoop, 1, 2 hoops under the yarn and pull it through. That is again a single crochet. So you continue to do this all the way until you reach the end of the row. So we've reached our end of the row and we've turned our work over and we're going to start again, okay? And what you do is you make a chain, but in that same stitch that you're at, you stick your hook through and pull the yarn up, and again you have 2 hoops, and then you yarn over and pull through, and that's another single crochet. So let's do it one more time. Stick our hook through and another single crochet. So what I would like for you to do is keep practicing this. And for my mitten, it took me 32 rows of single crochets because I got chubby hands. but it might take you less. And what I want you to do is, as you go, put it down, put your hand there about that height, and then pull your work over so you can measure to see how many rows you need for it to cover all the way around. So I'll be right back when I'm done my 32 rows. Okay, so I came to the end of my row, and since it was for my left hand, I had to add 2 more rows. So instead of it being 32 rows, it ended up being 34. Now we're gonna do this decorative stitch right here, which is made out of chains, we're learning, and slip stitches. Okay, we're gonna turn our work over, and it's going to close this way. Okay, and we're going to do our ruffle back here, and this is how we start. Let's load up our yarn through the pinky over our finger, and we're going to chain 3 under the yarn and pull through, under the yarn, pull through, under the yarn, pull through, 3 chains. Then in our next stitch right here in between the rows, we are going to do a slip stitch, and all you do is put it through and yarn over. Instead of pulling it this way, which is how we made the single crochet, that's not what we want to do. Okay, we want to do a slip stitch, and this is how you do it. You pull your yarn under and right through. That's it. So that's a slip stitch. Again, one more time. Yarn over, yarn over, yarn over, 3 chains, and on our next hole or stitch, pull it through and through. Again, yarn over once, 2 and 3, 3 chains, our next opening, and pull through, and 1, 2 and 3, and again our next opening, pull our yarn over and pull through, and we're going to do this until we finish the row. Okay, I completed my row, and if you notice, it does do this little decorative ruffle. That's exactly what we want. Now what we're going to do is we're going to sew it together, and for that, just pull a little bit of yarn, give yourself enough yarn to thread, and just pull the yarn all the way through out of your hook and pull it tight right here, and it makes a knot. What you do next is you take a tapestry needle, and this is a crochet needle, a yarn needle. It doesn't have any point to it. It's only for yarn. Just go ahead and load your needle. And what we're going to do is we're going to fold our work in half, and you are going to start sewing. Now you don't want it to unravel, okay? So every 3rd chain, and you sew it between the chains. If you see this is a chain, this is a chain, pull your needle right in between both and pull your thread. So that's 1, again the needle, 2, and on the 3rd needle, on the 3rd stitch, this is what I want you to do. Put your needle in the middle of it and pull it, and that creates a knot. And what that does is it stops it from unraveling. In case you get to wash them, they don't come apart. Okay, you're securing your stitches. That's what you're doing. At this point, what I want to do is I want to measure. I want to make sure that it's going to fit exactly where I want it. Okay, and it does. So now I'm gonna sew right here. That's about how much opening for my thumb I want to give it. So I say about right here. Okay, what we're going to do then is we're going to take our needle and stick it through all these stitches right here. Can you see this? Just stick it through, pull your thread, and I'm going to say about right there. That's about my thumb opening. And then we pick up right there where we left off. Okay, so we're going to do that. Let's secure that stitch because it's the beginning one. We want to secure it, and then do another one, 3, and then go ahead and secure that one and pull it tight, and then let's do the last ones. And this is when you get to hide your tail. Remember we talked last week about hiding our tails? This is it. This is what you do. You take it and knot it with the existing thread that you have working there. Do a couple of them because, again, like I said, I don't want it to become unraveled when you wash it. And especially if you're selling your products, you don't want people calling you back and said that your work became unraveled. So now what we're going to do is work a little bit on it to hide that knot we just did. So now pull it the opposite direction. See how it becomes unraveled? That's not what we want. So go ahead and skip a couple stitches, pull your needle through there and pull it through, and then go ahead and secure that. Hold it down and pull. And do one more right there. Hold it down and pull. Very good. And our last one. Now we're going to hide our thread. Okay? And put it about right there. And all you're going to do now is just cut it. Okay? And you flip it because you want that to be the inside and you want the clean edge to be the outside. And there you go. With 3 stitches, your chain stitch, your single crochet, and your slip stitches in the middle, you've created 2 hand warmers. I like to put decorative touches to it, and I suggested you don't have to, but if you can, if you want to, you can. I am going to go ahead and put these butterflies. I'm not sure if here or here, but I'll fix them up somewhere. Well, this is it for today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed it, and keep crocheting, put your hooks into it, and have a great day.